Dueling Dialogues presents His and Hers with Grace Matthews, The Hammer, and Connor Murphy.
Welcome to episode 2 of His and Hers with Grace Matthews and The Hammer in the heart of the USA, Springfield, Missouri. Hi, you two. How you doing?
Excellent.
Hey, what's going on up in the big city?
Well, I'm on a mountainside. I'm not really in a big city. I mean, 80,000, 100,000 in the greater area, but, you know.
Okay, big country. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I got forest a block away from me, so.
Well, I think when you're in quarantine, or stay-at-home status, you think everything's a big city outside of
when your compound is your city. I mean, everything's big.
We call this the compound.
The compound.
We haven't left the compound much lately.
Yeah, not even walking the dog?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I don't get out of the neighborhood. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm finding the neighbors are very more friendly now than they ever were, and I've been here for, a decade now? So
we're kind of finding that in the neighborhood, but now if you go out to get something, people are not nice at all.
Oh, no, I'm finding the opposite here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Total strangers saying things like, this is a plandemic. They're not scared anymore. They did their research. They know something fishy's up. But, I'm finding total strangers are talking, which is kind of bizarre.
Well, we've been talking a lot about that. And, who knows why we have this? We believe, of course, it seems to be China. Right. It seems to be released from the lab. But in the greater scheme of things, we've been talking about how we were all, before this pandemic, at each other's throats. The Republicans, the Democrats, we were Americas against Iran, against, the world was at such a discourse with one another.
Right.
Okay, and when you're a parent and you got these sibs not getting along, you separate them until they start to miss each other.
Yeah.
That's what we had to do with these countries, and actually, Trump talks about how he's talked to so-and-so every day. He talks to, Merkel.
Leaders,
he's talked to all the leaders. I mean, I will say one thing, the communication lines among the countries during this has really opened up, and It has to, because it's a war against one thing. Everybody's, it's almost like Independence Day.
World War III.
We have been taking, but as a couple, we have been taking this chance as a time to get in touch.
Cool.
With each other. I've been teaching the Hammer yoga.
Oh,
We've been meditating. We've
I
been
look more
listening.
like Yogi doing it, though.
Yeah, he looks like Buddha.
Oh.
In fact, when this is all over, we got this new Buddha out in our landscape. The laughing Buddha with the belly.
Yeah.
You're up. Okay, so at the end of the quarantine, I'm going to put the Hammer next without a shirt, sitting lotus style next to the Buddha,
and you get to pick who's
and we're going to put the picture out, and I'm going to rub his belly for good luck.
Yeah, one's the before picture, and one's the after. You have to pick which one, and I don't think you'll have a problem telling which is which.
Oh,
well,
I'm looking forward to that.
It has been awesome. Okay.
Good.
It's not awesome that people have had tragedy. I don't want to say that, but talk about a gift from the heavens, because we have been together, like I said, we've been together 37 years.
Wow.
We have been married 32 years, and I am very young. He really robbed the crate. So let me get that out there. The Hammer is older than me. I love to say that.
Older than dirt.
Yeah, well, let me tell you that even back when we first met, he was like fit as a fiddle, okay?
Okay.
In fact, when he picks me up for our first date, he has a Datsun 280ZX. Remember those cars? Those little cars?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sweet. Except we get in the car and there's this big fat leather belt. I'm not kidding. I was shaken. I thought, what in the hell is this guy going to do with me? Well, I've since learned this was his weightlifting belt.
Ah, there you go.
Of which we still have, okay? This belt's like, 500 years old.
Yeah,
But
it'd be great if I could get it on now.
anyway, so as fit as he was, he could never sit like Quonset style, Lotus style, Indian style, whatever you call it,
Right.
cross-legged, I'm telling you, now the hammer can sit Lotus style.
Whoa, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that awesome?
Wow, that is awesome.
The hamstrings still sing a little bit, but I can get there.
He has made so much progress.
Huh.
The warrior is pretty awesome.
Now you're making me feel a little bit guilty that I haven't been doing something like that.
But you know what? You're a Reiki master, right?
Right, but that doesn't mean that I even get off the couch.
But you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just been awesome because the one thing that I have always kind of just privately studied, I've done yoga for years. I believe in spirituality a lot more than religion, even though I'm a Jew, and I was brought up a lot in the Christian. I don't disregard any of those things.
Right.
But I believe spirituality is a lot more important than religion.
Absolutely. I agree there.
And getting in touch with it through prayer, meditation, and exercise, yoga. Because yoga is about finding God within yourself and breathing.
Ah, okay.
Right? Breath. Well, we were listening. We love to listen to, I say this right? Thad Gahari.
Yeah.
Okay, the Indian guru.
Okay.
Because he's just got a lot of interesting information. Okay. He was talking about how meditation and yoga in the United States, it comes across the big pond and it loses something because it becomes trendy. Awesome. Okay, now you know what yoga is, like I said, breath and getting in touch with yourself.
Right.
Perhaps even the part of God that lives within you, because God always says, love each other before you love me,
Right.
because that's more important. So even if you believe that, now we've got hot yoga, where you turn up the heat in a studio, do yoga until you vomit.
Right.
And we call it getting in touch with our spirituality.
Yeah, or goats.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's the yoga goats.
Yeah, goat
So
yoga.
we prostituted something that was amazing.
Right.
Or was it intended to be amazing? And, in the Indian culture, it's very meaningful.
Right. That's almost an insult to them.
Right, it is. And it's so much different trying to get into the meditation stage when you haven't ever done anything like that, because from being a weightlifter my whole life, not much meditations get your ass down there and get it done. That's all the meditation there is, whether you can do it or whether you can't do it. And thinking about breathing correctly. My wife always gets on me about my breathing. So now I have the guru getting on me about making sure I do my breathing.
But this pandemic has given the hammer an opportunity to not only experience his home in a way he never has, because some's gone. I mean, I said, welcome to my house. You're never going to want to leave. Like Leather and Lace. Remember that song?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I told the hammer. I said, you're now in my house. I mean, he comes here every day and visits and then go to sleep. You know?
I can actually find some of the stuff in the cabinets now. Like she says, get this, I can find it. I know where it's at.
There you go.
Absolutely. But getting in touch and learning what I do, it's a different kind of experience. I wish everyone had this experience.
I think a lot.
Because I keep telling him for years, oh, I do yoga, I do that, I do this, I do that. I don't think he ever had any idea what that meant.
No, and I think sorry, I cut you off there.
No. Until you've gone through an entire day with someone, you really don't know what they do.
Yeah,
that's. I mean, we've decided I'm going to go to work with them.
What'd you do? Well, I did this, I did that, I did this. So you go, really didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, go through that and try to do some of that stuff.
That was exactly what I was going to say, too. I think there's a lot of awakening going on by men out there going, holy shit, my wife is busy all day long. How does she handle it?
And it's just like, even though you're at home versus a, quote, job, you still have your schedule. You have things you do at certain times of the day, and you have to get them done before you go on to the next project. Just like if you're at a job away from home, you have certain times you have to do things, you have certain things you have to get done before you go to the next step. So it's been a real learning experience and real rewarding for me and Grace to experience these things that we haven't got to do because I was such a workaholic and in my job, and it just takes a lot of time, like a lot of jobs do. You got to put in a lot of hours to make some money, and so this has been very rewarding for both of us to learn more about each other as we're going through. Besides Saturday and Sunday, when it's supposed to be your fun time.
Exactly. But I do think also that people, as we're seeing that, YouTube, like you mentioned, I think last week, you can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can watch, we can work out with anybody we want on YouTube.
Yeah.
How is this going to change us in the future as far as exercise goes? Are we going to feel the same way about going to a Jeremy gym?
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
I mean, is this going to bring into play, are people going to be looking at things like Reiki, yoga, Tai Chi, because that's what they've been doing at home.
I think you're probably right there. I think we're probably going to see increasing numbers or increasing interest in those fields, a little more holistic. And you know what? The funny thing is a lot of holistic practitioners, and I don't just mean like Reiki masters, or I'm talking the whole industry is talking about 2020 as being the year of the awakening. And that was said way before this pandemic hit. So interesting, because it's turning out that way.
It's just like myself, I've been a member of this one gym for 46 years. I started when I was 1.
Yeah, right.
But I don't understand how they're going, and I'm not really that type of, I'm not that paranoid, but the machines are and even the free weights are crammed in there like sardines to get as much equipment in as possible.
Right.
Well, there is no way you can have 6 foot clearance between people, and of course they have stuff where you can clean off you're supposed to clean off your machine after you're done. Well, if 25% of the people do it, I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
but,
and I don't trust
how are you going to
anybody.
go in there and work out? And you have guys that are and women but more guys that just really sweat a lot. I mean, it's just, they sweat a lot. And my gosh, I mean, if they are a carrier and don't know it, and you're in there, a machine next to them or two machines down, or you use a set of dumbbells after they just got done, did you touch something that they, it's kind of it's really scary. I don't know
even as you say that, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. I mean, it's scary.
There is some fitness equipment I know that interfaces with your tablet, and you join basically you join a live instructor
exactly
in a class via your tablet on like your bike or stationary bike or whatever. So I think we're going to see a rise in that interest.
Oh yeah,
I do. I agree.
Yeah.
We're going to see that. We're going to see businesses that continue to use Skype.
Yeah.
Why put people on a plane? We're going to learn. I
yeah.
mean, life is going to be different. It's like, I believe you or somebody said, okay, if they put all these people at home working, why are they going to keep these big buildings for them to come back to?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not.
They're not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they are making an investment right now with, an IP phone and things like that. Just setting your employee up with a phone at home could be $1,800. So they're investing, a pile of money to have that employee work from home. They're not just going to say, okay, now you can come back to work.
No. And why would they keep those big buildings with, insurance, utilities, and mortgages? Why?
And spreading disease. I mean, I used to manage a call center, and what happens there is one person gets sick, and with shared workstation, within 2 weeks, everybody's sick.
Yeah. I don't really like CNN, but there's a lot of talk today about Sanjay Gupta, the doctor, using a restaurant seating to show how disease spreads. And as simple as that sounds, and it seems like pretty elementary to me, people are like going nuts over that today.
Oh, okay.
As if they didn't know how it spread.
Right.
And so life is not going to be the same. Now, what does concern me is because we are social creatures, okay?
Right.
And all of us that have people we live with,
right?
Relationships, whether it be a roommate, a wife, a husband, a live-in lover, whatever it is, that's a good thing. We're finding out more about that person we live with. It's like, hello, come meet your wife,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are realizing what really matters in life.
Exactly. And I tell you what, I say this to the hammer before. I've been with people at the end of their life. And let me tell you, the only damn thing that mattered was the relationships they had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the house they had, not the money they had, nothing.
The memories. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. It's the memories.
It's just so easy to get caught up in your lifestyle, and America is really bad about the hustle and bustle, and you go through day to day, and you get in this, and you're going 90 to nothing. You get home, you're wore out, you go to sleep, and it's Groundhog Day back the next day. Well, during this now, it is Groundhog Day. But it's a different Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
You get to experience something different. Yes, the Groundhog Day part of it is you're at home and you're with your spouse or, your wife, and you get to experience things that you guys have never experienced before. The Groundhog Day part of it is you two are together at home during the week and for no special occasion.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like there was a death in a family or vacation. It's just, you've been quarantined basically. So, but you learn a lot and get to experience a lot, and it's a shame in a way that we all did not get to do this when we were much younger.
Well, some of the people doing it now are younger. But, we wanted to talk a little bit about an article that was in Psychology Today. We have been talking a lot about people that are strong, people that have relationships, and what do, mentally strong people do during a pandemic. And, we learned through this article that was written by Tracy Hutchinson that we're already doing a lot of the things.
Oh, cool.
Limiting the news and media. And you know how much we love the news. I mean, the Hammer and I, we get up in the morning, we go to bed at night with the news. During the pandemic, we're saying, oops, stop. Turn on some music, turn off the news.
Right.
Because a lot of times we'll just have it on as we're going about whatever we're doing, but we're still hearing it.
Right.
So turn that news down, off. You definitely need to know what's going on. You need to keep up, especially with your local, your state and local, because they're telling you, when you have to go back to work and such, when you can go to Walmart and when you can't.
Right.
Also, accept that your feelings are normal.
Okay.
Don't overanalyze your feelings.
Right.
And
There's
that
other
makes
people out
sense
there.
because, there's other people out there, and your feelings are based on your own history. And, find some leaders that you trust. Hopefully it's like your governor, your local health department official, certain politicians.
Certain.
Anyway, follow them and let that pool.
Yes.
So you're not over obsessing.
Because you can get over information at this time.
Yeah.
And it's even happened here locally. Someone will say, well, we heard this or we heard that.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It's going to, you're going to go back to work then. They're going to, no, we're not, we haven't had our peak yet. Yes, we had our peak 2 weeks ago. You just have to pay attention about.
Well, and pull your own numbers. I mean, you can ask.
All the information's out there. Well, if you're really that interested, you can find your own.
You know what we do? We just ask Alexa.
There you go.
She tells us in about 10 seconds.
I don't know what newspaper she takes, but it's a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. She's pretty good and she's quick. But also limit your social media and exposure, because you can get all riled up on social media. You can also spend way too much time on her.
Yeah, which is probably gone through the roof since this has happened.
Oh, exactly. And make sure all your needs are getting met. Think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Make sure those bottom rungs, food, shelter, and clothing, when all of those are met, you can start working your way up that ladder. The second rung is safety.
Right.
Keep yourself safe. Wash your hands. If you want to wear a mask, if that makes you feel safe, do what makes you feel safe. Some people want to wear gloves. Wear gloves. Do what makes you feel safe. Of course, you have to abide by the laws and the rules of wherever you live, but, if you need to go above and beyond, do it. No big deal. Also, give yourself some compassion for not being productive. I mean, if you live in a one-room apartment in a small place, you're probably not going to be that productive. Whereas if you are at work and you live on a farm, there's probably a hell of a lot you can get caught up on.
Absolutely.
Everybody's got a honey-do list that they put off for as long as they can.
Pretty much. That's true.
Even if they don't have a honey, they still got a list.
They got a do list.
That's it. That's exactly right. And use those lists. We like lists around here, but, and as it pertains to the pandemic, just focus on the facts. Okay?
Right.
Okay? And number 7 is meditate. We were just talking a lot about meditation.
It's different, and it's actually pretty enjoyable, and it doesn't take long.
No.
It's just hard. It's just hard to get yourself the normal person that's that comes out of the rat race, running back and to and fro, to sit down for 5 to 10 minutes, clear their head,
Stop the brain chatter. Yeah.
Breathe in, breathe out, and think about something nice, or just think about nothing, or just clear your mind completely.
And there's always mantras. Mantras are good for positive
clutter.
Thinking.
Our minds are so full of clutter from from the real world that we get sidetracked and we get caught up in the clutter, and we just need to takes 5 minutes to relax. That's all. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it can't hurt anything. That's the good thing. Can't hurt a damn thing.
Right.
Absolutely. Number 8 is my favorite. Limit toxic people. Have virtual happy hour with positive people. Leave the toxic people out.
Big link there to social media.
Exactly. I mean, there's people that never had a good day in their life.
Don't call or text or talk to that person that is a Debbie Downer or
Donnie Downer,
whatever, that just have never had a happy day in their life.
Absolutely.
The world's going to end tomorrow, and if it doesn't, oh, by God, it'll surely end by Friday.
Yeah, probably by Friday.
And with these things going on now, you definitely don't need that kind of pep talk,
Exactly. And here's another really good one. Focus on self-care. Have a spa day in your own bathroom.
There you go.
And like we said, go out walking, walk your dog, walk, run, bike, do yoga. Like you said, I keep saying it, get on YouTube, turn on a tape. I used to do this yoga booty ballet, and I don't have anything to put the tapes on anymore. I was telling the Hammer. I'm like, I really want the VCR thing back so I can do my yoga booty ballet. And you know what? I just looked it up on YouTube today. Every one of them are on YouTube.
There you go.
And I have been crying over this for 5 years.
There you go. Like I said, I think it was last week. Check out YouTube, man. Just YouTube it. Search it.
Exactly.
Anybody that's into weights, there is a workout for every body part, from God knows how many different people. You can do, people do supersets, people that if you want to increase your size, if you want to isolate a certain body part or muscle, if you want to increase, like I said, do reps. And not being a computer genius myself, I just use it for what I want to know. I'm not much of a YouTuber, and I have been.
Well, you're becoming one.
I am now, just like I'm a professional boy. But you can. It's amazing what is out there that most of us just ignore. If you don't have to use it, but by God, if you want to, it's out there. And I think the generation, a lot of us just have ignored that or thought, well, it's too hard.
And you're missing a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah. And you know what? The other thing is, know yourself. Know your personality type. If you're an introvert, get books. Watch YouTube that has to do with, inner feelings and, things that make you as an introvert feel better. If you're an extrovert, get on Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, go to the Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Know who you are and what you need, because if you don't meet your specific needs, you get oppressed. And right now we're very concerned about that, because suicide rate is up 800% during the stay-at-home period of quarantine.
Yeah, I believe that.
And that is unacceptable, and that makes me wonder, is the cure worse than the cause?
Yeah.
As good as quarantine's been for us, I am very worried about the suicide rate.
Yeah, and it's not just suicide. We just had a mass shooting in Nova Scotia, and
Right.
22 people, I think the death toll is up to already. So obviously this has all played a part in that decision for that person to go off.
Exactly.
I don't think it probably would have happened inevitably. Oh, that's a big word.
Yeah, it is. Maybe.
But,
Yeah, especially at happy hour trying to say that one.
yeah. That's Jim Bean is not my buddy right now.
Yeah. Well, it's just like right now, just like Grace was saying, they have virtual happy hours.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, people, bars are shut down. Have a virtual happy hour with people. Brad Paisley
Was joining
one and singing.
But a lot of people haven't found us. They're conflicted.
There's things you can do, which, not that, it's just amazing the things that are out there that most of us don't pay attention to.
But still, with 800% suicide up and these shootings in Canada, we know not everybody's finding them.
No.
And we have to ask ourselves, how can we help other people find it?
Well,
how can other people find a bond at home?
One of the things we can do is find some tools, and those tools are Skype and Zoom, and they're free, both of them. You can sign up. There's advantages to both platforms, and exactly what I've got friends in the UK scheduling a virtual happy hour this weekend for me, so it's pretty cool. Reach out. I challenge everybody listening to reach out to somebody that they haven't talked to in a while. One of those friends, those lifelong friends that when you meet, it's just like you don't skip a beat. Reach out.
Exactly.
Send them a Zoom invite or, call them up on Skype or whatever, but reach out there and touch that person.
Exactly. And, one of the things I had at the end here is to say, find a way to bond with somebody at home, whether it be through a virtual happy hour or somebody that's already in your home. It's also going to teach us. I just want to throw this out just kind of as food for thought. There's times when you talk about spending and not spending money. Right now, we can't spend money in ways we normally do.
Right.
We are having to satisfy our needs by, with what we have at home.
Right.
And you know what? We can learn that maybe sometimes we should choose not to spend.
Exactly.
That maybe it's right here at our fingertips and it's all for free.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
Yeah.
The year of the awakening.
Absolutely. You are exactly right. And wow, what we are learning.
Yeah.
Yes, we are learning a lot, and I have learned a lot about my dog.
Yeah.
My dog Oliver is a kleptomaniac.
He is. He steals things.
He will steal things. He will tear things up if you are not paying attention to him.
Yeah.
And he is just struck again for the third time today. And I have learned a lot about his tendencies that I was told about, but now I've got
His
to
criminal
experience
behavior.
firsthand that he's an awful dog. But,
Yeah.
I guess we're with him, and we love him, but he's a real shit.
Well, I just want to say that probably every dog in the world is just loving this right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. And
Well, it'll appeal to any kind of listener,
And I just want to say I really do enjoy our time online here that we do spend. Obviously, we come from totally different worlds. You in the U.S. in Missouri, me way on the West Coast in Canada on an island in the Pacific. And yet every time we connect and do a podcast, it just warms my heart. I just want to say that.
Me
So,
too. Yeah.
We feel the same way here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening, everyone. We appreciate it, and we do. We enjoy this time together.
Yes, we do.
take care, everyone.
Bye now.